Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to chapter 23. We're talking about the circulatory system. Part of the circulatory system is your immune system. It is the job of your immune system to keep you safe, and the immune system uses your circulatory system to get around. It's a highway for your immune system. All right, quick recap. So what we're going to do, what we're talking about is the immune system. And I want you to imagine that your body is a walled city. All right, your skin is the wall. Within your city, you've got your townsfolk, right? Those are the cells. Those are the people that live in your city. You also have guards. You have a couple different classes of guards, and we'll talk about those in just a minute. We have a couple different classes of guards. The one class of guard, we'll call them macrophages. Those are your normal police. Those are the ones that are supposed to roam around the city. They're supposed to look for bad guys. And when they find bad guys, they're supposed to beat them up and take them to justice. They're not supposed to beat up your townspeople. They're just supposed to beat up bad guys. So the macrophages, what they do is the macrophages, when they do find an invader, okay, let's set the scene one more step. And this other step is, imagine that everybody that lives in your city all wear the same clothes. For simplicity's sake, let's just imagine that everybody all wears white. Everyone wears a white hat and white shirts and white pants and white shoes. Okay? Let's just all assume everybody wears white because that's easy to remember. When an invader comes in, they're going to be wearing different clothes. The clothes that they wear, these represent molecules on the surface of their cells, because your clothes are on the surface of you, and different clothes would represent different molecules, like a red shirt versus a blue shirt, like a green hat versus a gray hat. Okay? So all of your people all wear the same clothes, and so they're easy, so that when the guards see them, they go, okay, you're wearing the right clothes, I recognize you, you're supposed to be in this city, have a good day, citizen. When an invader comes in, one of the macrophages will find it eventually. And when they do, they'll beat it up, right? And let's say that they have on a white hat and a green shirt and blue pants and red shoes, all right? Some of the clothes are similar to what our people are wearing. We're wearing white ball caps, they're wearing white ball caps, that's similar. But then they're wearing stuff that's a lot different, like the red shirt or the blue pants or whatever. That's different. So they take this bad guy back to the city council. And they say, look what I found. And they dump this bad guy on the ground in front of them. And so the city council kind of stands around and looks at him. Says, well, he's got a white hat. Everybody has a white hat. That's not distinctive. We can't tell what that is. But he's wearing a red shirt and blue pants. Let's pick the blue pants, because that's easy for us to recognize. And so they say, all right, great. So then what happens is they train a whole bunch of guards whose only job is to recognize people wearing blue pants. They don't care about anything else you have on. They don't care if you have on a red shirt. They don't care if you have on a white hat. They don't care if you have green shoes. They're looking for blue pants. And when they see anybody wearing blue pants, they'll kill them. Because that's their job. Because we've already decided that people in the blue pants are invaders. They're not from our town. They're here to cause problems. This is what we call the specific defenses, because those guards have been raised to only recognize blue pants. And once we train up these guys in blue pants, they're going to go throughout the city, they're going to find any of these invaders that are in blue pants, and they're going to kill them, they're going to take them out. And eventually, they're going to take out everybody wearing blue pants. But that's okay, because our people all are wearing white pants. So we're making our city safe by getting rid of the invaders. Well, a few months later, a new invader shows up, and they're wearing a blue hat, and they're wearing a white shirt, and red pants, and green shoes. And so eventually the guards will find them, and will bring them before the city council and say, here, look what I found. And they look at it and go, oh, well, he's wearing a red hat, and a white shirt, and green pants, and that red hat is really easy to recognize. So let's train up a bunch of guards who recognize red hats. Every single time you get sick, your body trains a whole new set of immune cells who are trained to only recognize that one. And only that one. And we call these your specific defenses. Your specific defenses are B and T lymphocytes. Those are the guards that were trained to recognize the blue pants and the red hat. They can only fight against invaders we've seen. They can only protect us against stuff that we've been exposed to. They can't just protect us against something they've never seen. How do I know what I'm supposed to look for if I've never seen a purple hat? If I've never seen burgundy shoes? How am I supposed to show them what they're supposed to train against if I've never seen it before? This is why immunizations, this is why vaccinations work. Because what vaccinations do is they show you, hey, look at this bad guy. And the city goes, oh no, let's train up a bunch of soldiers. And you never got the disease. You just showed them what the bad stuff was, and your immune system didn't care that it wasn't actually invading. And so then after your body has made these soldiers that are trained to look for a red hat or blue pants, if anybody ever comes into your town that's wearing those blue pants or that red hat, they're immediately destroyed. They don't have time. They don't have time to go run around and cause a bunch of trouble, which is what the people did, which is what the invaders did before the cops found him, because it took the cops a while to find the right guy. They had to cause enough problems that the cops were aware of it. But now we've got these new things, and they immediately recognize it. They don't go, are you a bad guy? These guys immediately know. You're wearing blue pants, bang, I'm going to kill you immediately. This is how your specific defenses work. This is how your immune system works. But it takes time. It takes quite a while, actually, for you to develop these cells. It takes like a few days or a few weeks. And just imagine, you've all been sick before. Let me tell you a quick story. When our boys were young, we would take them to daycare on Fridays. My wife stayed at home, and so she took care of the boys all throughout the week. One day a week, she wanted to be able to take care of things we had to do around the house. One day a week, she wanted to talk to grown-ups and not have to wipe noses and butts. And so we took the boys to daycare on Friday afternoons, or for Friday. Boys stayed at home, didn't interact with other kids. Where do they go on Friday? On Friday, they go to daycare, where they interact with other kids. Sunday night was fever night. They got exposed on Friday. The germs grew in their body Friday and Saturday. And by Sunday, they had caused enough problems. They had wreaked enough havoc inside of their towns that my boy's body realized there was a problem. They were sick. And now they're like, hey, we need to call out the army. And so it takes a while to train up those soldiers to defend the body. So Sunday, the kids felt bad. Monday, they were sick and whiny. Tuesday, they were sick and whiny. Wednesday, they started to feel better. Thursday, they felt a lot better. Friday, they were fine. So what did we do? We took them back to daycare. But they got exposed to all that stuff. That's the general path of most diseases. You get exposed on day 1. On day 2, they reproduce in your body. On day 3, 48 hours later, your body realizes you're sick. That's when you come down with a fever. It takes day 3, 4, and 5 for you to make enough of those soldiers to fight against the invader to make you feel better, until finally days 6 and 7, you're on the mend and you're finally recovering and feeling better from it. This is why shots work. This is why vaccinations work. You're showing the body what the invader looks like so that you can defend against the invader. So that when the invader shows up, you already have the soldiers trained. You know what the result of vaccinations are? Adults. Because kids live long enough. An allergy is an inappropriate immune response to a non-infectious particle. Pollen, dust, pet dander, things like that. The body sees it and freaks out and says, oh no, and tries to make a whole bunch of guards against it, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Is the pollen trying to reproduce inside you and grow? No. Is the dust trying to invade your body? No. But your immune system is treating it that way. It sees it and it goes, ah, and so it freaks out and gives you a lot of the symptoms that you have when you're actually sick, like a runny nose, like a sore throat, stuff like that. Those things, that's the body reacting to the invader, not the actual invader causing the problem. And so an allergy is an inappropriate immune response to something that's not trying to make you sick. An autoimmune disorder is when your immune system attacks you. What happens when the people that are supposed to protect the citizens attack the citizens? What happens when the guards that are supposed to keep us safe from outsiders run through the city attacking us and beating us up and shooting us? How do we defend against that? And the answer is you can't really defend against that because they're the ones with all the weapons. All right, that's what an autoimmune disorder is. An autoimmune disorder is your immune system attacks you. None of them are nice. Some of them are really nasty. Lupus attacks the kidneys and the skin and the heart. Rheumatoid arthritis attacks the joints. None of them are good, and all of them are really, they're going to take years off your life. See you next time.